Wait, I have lied. He is alive. This wasn't. He is alive. I am.
He's alive again? Where am I?
Fumi's body was there just a few moments ago. It's just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And we got back.
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear. But it got eaten by the room.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders. And now one of the bodies has been taken? This is unnatural. Huh? Hold on. What do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in an equipment room. Kodo did it because Mari just killed her. Yes, I killed both of them without realizing I ever did. That's 5 guys dead.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be. No! Hina, calm down. We're all going to die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be, Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room. Wait, but they limited it to 2 kills.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
We could have carried her. So she is still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? They're picking them off. That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
You bastard! Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone, stop fighting right now. We need to hurry back.
huh?
I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Bayaka. If something happens to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. When we got there... Toko! Wait, now his body's gone! Where's Taka's body? Logan, did you take Taka's body too? Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there's something very different here. It was gone. Someone bought it. Someone bought Taka's body. Taka's body. It should have been right there. It disappeared.
This
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Why are they taking these bodies? I don't know. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Huh? Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well...
When Hafumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
It is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this is Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway. Yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a third murder. If they were to break that rule... I'm Mincia! Mincia without a second thought! Mincia Grindia, turn me into paste! Reed man can have done it? By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish, like shrimp or crabs? I still don't like you, Monokuma. Indeed.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there's no possibility of any more. Just kill everyone before that is a rule.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Bayaka? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. Tuku. I was about to call her Tuku. I still meant it when I said you'd be better off without her, though.
In other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed. The bodies have been hidden. The only one with an alibi. The only one without an alibi. The only one who could have done it is Hiro. But is he really the killer? What about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto? What's the matter? Huh? Oh, no. It's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So
Very
then...
well. Then let us split up and begin searching.
But...
But... There's no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
'Cause, I mean...
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but...
Hina.
If you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
Okay. Thank you. Then... Thank me. Poison everyone, maybe. I hide in a corner with a sharp object or weapon. People come in. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Bianca left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. Maybe in the art room? Because they couldn't have taken the body far. We didn't, and we would have seen them on the stairs. Oh, hello.
Huh?
Where could 2 bodies have disappeared to?
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? We need to figure out who killed them. Rattle? Huh? The door must be locked. Wait, why is the door locked? There are paintings lining the walls. I don't see anything out of the ordinary about them. The door wasn't locked last time. Alright, Sakura, bust down the door.
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies. What happens after that? Bust down the door! It's locked! Come on, bust it down! Leave this area? Yes. Come on. Oh, hello! Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the respiratory. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Ifumi and Taka's bodies have both been hidden in the respiratory.
Goodbye.
Repository? Repository? I already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? What is a repository? What is that? What? Wait, it's back this way. Is it? What is a repository? What is that? Is that a bathroom? Or was I right about the room that was locked? Are the bodies here somewhere? Let's wonder where they could have been hidden. There. Up ahead is the repository. Okay, so it's that. That's the repository. Doorknob turn. I guess it's unlocked. I had no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door. And when I entered, I saw... Huh? He got dragged out on a tarp? The two bodies had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered.
Wait. Why did that come off? Wait. Wasn't that supposed to go off when... Wait, was Hifumi or Taka still alive? Until they were brought
After a
here?
certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so here we are. Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is
Now,
waiting
make sure to
for
investigate
you.
with all your mental might and prepare for the craft's trial.
See ya later.
Okay, see you later. Well then, now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on! How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead! Gone forever! They're never coming back! Awful! This is all just too awful! Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't the movie. Sorry, Logan. Hifumi is officially dead. The gerbil is gone. Wait, I have lied. He is alive. This wasn't... He is alive. I am
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? That's right.
Gerbil, you're awake?
I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything.
Wait. I had a realization. Could Gerbil be the one that killed and he just made it look like he got hit?
Before I met you all, I met you all.
Huh? His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me.
Are you sure? You seem very alive at the moment.
Like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu. Hiro.
... His eyes closed. They never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there's no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't something stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly,
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
Weed man is too dumb. He's too dumb to do that? You're just angry. going out of his way to return, just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring.
Huh.
You said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That's the only person we could have been referring to.
So, in other
And
words,
with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. They're going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No, I can never forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprits in our little life and death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. Let's go through this one more time. I have to accept it. There's no choice but to go through with this. Make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. Now I'm actually investigating. First, I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. You should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Fumi were attacked. What if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Where'd that come from? Flushed an egg down the toilet? What? What? Did you just do that?
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Yep.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Well, Bayaka worked with you for some weird reason.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then,
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, or no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
True blackened. So just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explanifying. Now, it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants.
So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. That's true then. Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue the further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murder spoon, Genocide Jack?
what? I'm offended.
You, when did you...
I I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Yonder, right? Anyway, you there, Milksack Swimmer Girl. Huh? Milksack? Why do I gotta be a suspect? Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? If I'm a special guest suspect every time? An alibi, you know.
She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing. What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about!
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies just like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'll be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay, now to the actual game and no more dialogue. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to the repository? All the way from the first floor to the third? All without anyone noticing. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer number 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. It's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now, they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? Why? Is Hifumi playing dead? Hifumi's glasses have been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I think Hifumi's playing dead. I'm sorry, Logan, but I think Hifumi is actually the killer this time. Hifumi, wake up. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. Blah! I kind of feel like he's playing dead. I feel like the gerbil is playing dead. Because that's the only explanation how that makes any sense. He killed Taka and used, earlier with the number 4 but then how did he... Okay, at the same time, I think Hifumi's playing dead, but I can't figure out how he... Blood... But yeah, Gerbil, wake up, please. Taka will never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer number 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Then how come no blood was left behind when Hifumi was moved? He didn't have a tarp! Where did he get the blood? He used Taka's blood. Maybe? I mean, it would make sense that he would use Taka's blood. Don't know why he would stick his head in it. But it just seems excessive. And his glasses are clean? Why? There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? What do you mean? Yes? I don't know what she means by that. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search, and soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. They wouldn't have to come to the trial. Would they? I feel like Monokuma would make like a special thing to make it interesting to where we can accuse a dead body. I mean, it was possible for me to accuse Leon. So I don't necessarily want... I have... According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It kind of looks like he's just holding that on his shoulders. We wouldn't have... And I know that he would have to come to the class trial, but it would... You have to think, Monokuma would definitely let someone play dead and not show up at the trial if it means it would be interesting, right? So, the killer's just chilling in the school with all people in the trial freak out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it looks like he's more carrying the robot than the robot is dragging him. It doesn't have a grip on his clothes. It looks like he's holding on to the robot, and that's it. And he used the robot as a distraction and had attacked Celeste with the hammer, hit her hard enough to where it knocked her out and made her, like, forget what actually happened. And I feel like Robo Justice from RJ is just too out of the blue. And, he used that and then used it as, like, an alibi and then went up and, like, because he killed Taka earlier because of the thing for Chihiro. You just come back and hey, so... Because of the thing with Chihiro, though. They're both obsessed with Chihiro, and it would make sense that Hifumi would kill Taka. And there's no tracking Taka, and no one but Sakura. And Sakura was with us almost the entire time. No one but Sakura is able to carry Hifumi. No one. And there is no chance that a single tear will bring someone back from the dead and be like, it was Hero. No, this dude is playing dead. And there was no one that was supposed to be down there that hit... But the question now is, where did the shadow come from that Kyoko saw? Not Kyoko, Celeste saw. Maybe she saw Kyoko? Or maybe she saw Hero or something. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. I'm convinced that Hifumi... That sounds like a good murder case for my fan cast. But I'm convinced that Hifumi is pretending to be dead. He's pretending. Because why would his glasses have to be cleaned of blood if he wasn't pretending? He used Taka's blood to make it look like he got hit. He was just randomly standing in the library to give himself another alibi with the second hammer and had hit Taka with the fourth hammer and kept the third hammer with him and then knocked himself in the head with the third hammer and then laid on the ground and covered himself in more blood. I think there was like a blood packet stuck in the hammers aren't covered in blood either. Second case, maybe. You have to think about that. None of the hammers are covered in blood. After meeting up with Toko and Bianca, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the second floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the first floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something was moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back to the second floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. Maybe Celeste is being an accomplice to Hifumi? Hearing her scream, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Because there's no way she... Yeah, maybe Celeste is being, because she's the only one that has seen this robot guy, and she's being an accomplice to Hifumi, for some reason, and, she's been pretending this entire time. Because there's no way you can get a picture while you're falling or you're, like, nearly unconscious so clearly of a robot guy and a Gerbil. I think Gerbil is pretending to be dead. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. Yeah, because she was totally out of character. I saw him, a strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was walking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And she led them back to Taka's body. So... Oh, but it's Celeste that... Oh... Celeste had come up with the plan, so she became blackened. And Celeste was the one that stole the laptop! It's Celeste! Celeste did it for the money! She stole the laptop to give a motive for Hifumi, and Hifumi is pretending to be dead. And she basically, like, blackmailed him with Chihiro in order to get Hifumi on her side to assist her. It has to be Celeste. Celeste did it. It's now Celeste. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. Jeez, you're going off. Oh my god. What? Oh, you didn't hear my other, like, sudden allocations of everyone else? Well, it's the only thing that makes sense. My mind, like, keeps running different scenarios in my head, and the only way how anything makes sense is if that works like that. And it just has to be Celeste who planned it, and since Hifumi is waiting on her hand and foot, he's doing what she wants anyway. So he pretends to get kidnapped by a robot. He pretends to hit her with the hammer so that she can have an alibi so she's unconscious for an hour. And then either him or Celeste kill Taka. The hammers aren't the murder weapon though, because there's no blood on the hammers. And Hifumi pretended to get hit and to be a suspect and to be like one of the people that were going to be killed, and then he like bonked himself on the head and had like a blood packer or something, and like knocked and pretended to be dead. Because there's too much fat on his body to tell if there's actually a pulse. I mean, that's the only way how anything makes sense to me. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. And, I mean, Celeste wouldn't care for Hifumi anyway. Celeste wouldn't go down there to check on Hifumi. And I think Celeste got Hina to leave so Hifumi could get up and go take care of Taka's body, and then they get everyone else's attention. They come back downstairs while Hifumi's hiding on like the 2nd floor, and then he goes up, grabs Taka's body, and drags it away with a tarp mat, then locks himself, because the respiratory was locked from the inside. That's the only way how anything makes sense. At this point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Bayaka, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we get back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. No, the body discovery announcement played when they discovered Taka's corpse, not Hifumi. Hifumi wasn't dead. Because at the same time of finding Hifumi, they found Taka, right? And that's when Toko passed out. And if we discovered them at different times, there would have been 2 announcements. But since the body had been moved, he did another announcement to announce that, hey, both of the bodies have been found again.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. I just need to figure out how they did it now. Which means Hifumi and Taka's body... Well, I know how they did it, I just need to collect the evidence now. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. And the death thing was for Taka, not for Hifumi. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Bayaka that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Bianca all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Fumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. It's like you know what happened. Is it? I got it wrong with the last one, because I was thinking that it was Toko, but it wasn't. It wasn't Toko, it was Mondo, and I didn't want it to be Mondo. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. We're all hallucinating all of this, or something. This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies, and after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And Celeste was the one that found it! So it has to be Celeste was the mastermind, and Hifumi is the accomplice. That has to be what happened. That has to be. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. Because I know for a fact that Hifumi is plain dead. That is plainly obvious because of the clean glasses. And that brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine with any time. Yes. I know you're faking it. Bianca, what do you have to say about this? Bianca, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
And there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. Oh, you're also autistic? Yay! But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I think it's like more the left side of the spectrum. I have Asperger's, which I do have like most of the things that autistic people have, but I am not like super smart, or I don't struggle too much socially. It's more emotional struggles. I struggle understanding emotions. I feel everything and I don't feel anything at the same time. And my emotions are really big when I feel them.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? He probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why they bother killing two people?
What?
What? Because all the rule says, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with that attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the respirator. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, you'd have killed him to tell me what it was? I mean, it's the only... Maybe they, like, locked Hiro up somewhere. I need to find Hiro. Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository too, you know? Look around. Because I am very suspicious of Celeste now, because she is definitely, like, the entire time that was going on, she had more emotion than she usually has. She's usually very stoic, very calm, and her expression only changes when she's being very intense. But she never has a worried look on her face. But now she did. She had a worried look, but that's because she is an experienced gambler, and she's gambling, but I figured her out. It is Celeste, and she's using Hifumi as a accomplice, right? Am I right? Hina, am I right? But when we got there, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. And I don't think the hammers were used because freaking Hifumi would consider them collector's items, right? No, the hammers are missing on that wall! I just noticed it! They used those hammers and painted them! They used those hammers! But those weren't the murder weapon! Because none of them had blood on them! So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. No! Pay attention to that! There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here were obviously seeing a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Yeah, they actually used the bigger mallet and washed the blood off, but then they had painted all the others and then put them around. Spotless hammer has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay, let's look at Taka's body now. Wait, did I already look at his body? I'll never move. Yeah, I did. Whoops. Because Hifumi's glasses wouldn't be clean unless he was alive. And there's no way that there's not a blood trail left behind because they dragged Hifumi's body. There's only one way in and out of this room, though the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside the rip. Yes, that's only proving the fact that Hifumi is still alive! Freaking Gerbil! Freaking simp Gerbil! I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. The door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there was no way someone could have beamed them to the repository. So that's certain someone. The repository door has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. All the clues I'm getting are just evidence to prove my statement! What? Should probably look around. What are you talking about? I looked at everything! Look at this. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. Kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheels. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheels of the dolly that was moved from an equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some places I already know about. This is very complex, but also not. I don't know. You know those hidden object games? Like the ones that you can get on your phone and everything? I beat them so much that it's boring now. It's no longer entertaining for me. It's just like I find this item and that's it. I'm so bored of hidden object games at this point. First, the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found, and an equipment room where Taka was found. And also, I read, like, Boxcar Children when I was a kid, so I don't know. I'm able to figure things out pretty easily for some reason. I feel like that's what... Was there blood on one of those pictures? Anyway, I feel like that's what had to happen, though. That's the only explanation and the only way how anything makes sense. And don't tell me if I'm right, I'm gonna figure it out.